Boys and girls, aunties and uncle, welcome back to my channel. My name is CK and my channel is Ecology, where I bring you, my lovely viewers around the world, to eat, see and explore. Throughout my YouTube journey, the most frequently asked question is, what are the top 3 attractions to visit Kuala Lumpur? Now, Kuala Lumpur certainly is one of the most wonderful cities. Lots of attraction here, and Malaysians are multicultural. We have so many heritage and interesting cultural spots to visit. This video is long overdue, but this video I'm gonna show you a few places in Kuala Lumpur. They are all absolutely free. This is coming from a local. Our first stop is the most iconic heritage in our country, and it is absolutely free. And the place is Batu Caves here in Kuala Lumpur. The largest staircase in Malaysia is 272 steps, and I will tell you more of the history of Batu Caves when we climb up there right now.
I'm moving forward, I'm ready to move on, heading for a brand new start at the break of dawn. Here I come, you better watch out, you better beware, the rumor is out, nothing can stop me, I'm going for gold, I'm out of the dark.
Alright, here we go. We're climbing up the 272 steps of Batu Cave. Every time I have a foreign friend here in Malaysia, this would be my #1 place to bring them. This temple is of course dedicated to Lord Murugan. Lord Murugan, the god of war, because the opening of the cave actually looks like the spear for Lord Murugan. Spear is what Lord Murugan used, and it's a symbol for God Murugan. This is a limestone cave, and it has existed 400 million years ago. Aborigine people used to come here and they used to shelter in the cave. This went on for many years until in the 1800s. In the 1800s, the Chinese trader came here and they harvest the remains of the bats, if you know what I mean, to use for fertilizer. And this cave really gained notoriety in 1878. Now in 1878, there was an American naturalist by the name of William Hornsey, and he discovered this cave, and since then it became so famous, and people from all around the region would come and visit. In 1891, a Hindu temple was completed and was built right here, and subsequently since then, which is the year 1892, they have been gathering here for the festival for Thaipusam. Thaipusam is a yearly festival where the Hindu come and give thanks to Lord Murugan. We are almost there. If you look down, you really get a very great view of the city of Kuala Lumpur. Now, it used to be on the outskirts of Kuala Lumpur, but now Kuala Lumpur basically grew and grew, and it has now surrounded Batu Cave, and Batu Cave is now a residential area here in Kuala Lumpur, and so you can climb up the stairs like what I'm doing now. If you're more adventure, you actually can do upside and you can do rock climbing. There are 21 species of bat that live around this cave. They have snail, frogs, centipede, scorpion, many flora and fauna. The Malaysian Nature Society actually runs a tour here, and you can sign up with them to learn about the flora and the fauna. And we are almost done. And of course, long-tailed maki lives here. There we go. That is a little bit of the overview and the history of Batu Cave. And I am finishing my final step. And here we made it to one of the main caves. I tell you, I've been here many times, but every time I come up here, it still very much astounds me how grandeur the cave is. They're cleaning the cave today, so the whole cave is actually super wet because they're cleaning it today. But the stairs are super slippery. You really need to watch out. I have never seen it being cleaned before, but they are cleaning it. I didn't know they even do that. So let me bring you down a little bit. Not the most ideal time to come here, but look how grandeur the cave is. There's another staircase that leads to another open space area, but here it is. It's dedicated to Lord Murugan, and you will find the Hindus carrying peacock feather because in Hinduism, every god has a symbol or representative animal. And for Lord Murugan, the representative is a peacock, and you will see people holding peacock feather, and they will actually take the peacock feather into their home. Lots of peacock references here. The symbol animal for Murugan is the peacock. It is said that Lord Murugan walks amongst us when there are peacocks. So he kind of transformed himself into a peacock and observe the human world through peacocks. That's why the Hindu people believe that Lord Murugan walks amongst humans.
Heading for a brand new start at the break of dawn. Here I come, you better watch out, you better beware. The rumor is out, nothing can stop me. I'm going for gold, I'm out of the dark, I'm out of the cold. Here I come, you better watch out, you better beware. The rumor is out, nothing can stop me. I'm going for gold, I'm out of the dark, I'm out of the cold. Tomorrow's getting closer.
Now the Batu Cave temple is really grandeur in its size, and my second stop here is for you to understand the history of Kuala Lumpur. And to understand the history of Kuala Lumpur, you need to come to this temple. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Sze Si Ya Temple. It is the oldest temple in Kuala Lumpur, and this temple really exudes the history of Kuala Lumpur because Kuala Lumpur was developed by a very important person, and his name is Yap Ah Loy, and he founded this temple. This is one of the most grandeur temple you will ever see here in Kuala Lumpur. It is still functioning today for people to come and pray. It's full of history. It's one of the most historical places in Kuala Lumpur. Luckily, now there's a new museum next to this temple that tells the history of Kuala Lumpur. So I'm gonna check it out together with you. There is now a new museum here just next to Sze Si Ya Temple. It's called Sze Si Ya Temple, Pioneers of Kuala Lumpur Museum. It features not only artifacts from the temple, which are super precious, the stories of the pioneers of Kuala Lumpur, people who built Kuala Lumpur, and in this museum, you will learn everything about the history of Kuala Lumpur. Now, this is very rare. The museum just opened this year, and because there are no other museum like this who tells the story of Kuala Lumpur so well and so very well curated. And I've invited Ken, the curator of this museum, to tell us a little bit about the museum. He's very camera shy, but he will introduce a little bit about this museum. It's not entirely free, you have to pay an entrance fees, but be sure to come here because it's super well worth it to understand the history and the development of this amazing city.
Founded by our chairman, Dato' Curating.
The construction started in 2017.
Yes.
And then because of the COVID, it just opened and end Feb 2023.
So we have two parts basically. The first one is about the early history of Kuala Lumpur, and the second one is about the heritage and the artifacts of the temple. The history of the temple is closely related to the beginning of Kuala Lumpur. Ever since the Kuala Lumpur was atap houses, the temple is already here. Arguably, the temple will be the oldest structure remaining today in Kuala Lumpur.
These are all the pioneers
Correct,
of
correct.
Kuala Lumpur and their stories.
Yeah.
Yap Si, Sultan Puasa, Kapitan Hiu Siu, Raja Abdullah, and Perintis. And this tells the story of the Selangor Civil War,
yes.
which now Yap Ah Loy comes into the picture.
Correct. To Kongsi, between the Haisan and the Yiheng. Correct.
To gain control of the tin business.
To control the
tax.
the thrones basically. most important is that at the end of Civil War, Yap Ah Loy actually lose the whole Kuala Lumpur. But then Yap Ah Loy, he fled to Klang. He gathered more army from China, from Pahang and Kedah. So with their assistance, he re-attacked Kuala Lumpur.
He won the war.
He won the war, yes. So what is more important is that Yap Ah Loy ended the 7 Years Civil War. This is what Kuala Lumpur looks like after the Civil War, 1875.
This is the original point we see now that
Correct.
Masjid Jamin is
Jamin.
in.
Back then, Yap Ah Loy is staying opposite the Medan Pasar. So it's literally a pasar, a market. So this is why it retains the name Medan Pasar, Old Market Square. It has many the revenue farm businesses, such as the gamblings, opiums, and even prostitute, licensed prostitute. Okay. There are the 3 trading houses where the Yap Si and Hiu Siu, it came to Kuala Lumpur, they built it. It was said to be the first shops in Kuala Lumpur. Kuala Lumpur seems very primitive, building with atap house and atap and wood, but it's very important settlement because it's connected to the tin mine at Ampang and it's connected to the river to transport tins. So when Yap Ah Loy built the city, he also built a Fui Chu Gong Si for his hometown. The people from hometown come here to stay over here. Behind Yap Ah Loy house, there's a small shrine. So this is actually the first phase of Sze Si Ya Temple. The first is at behind Yap Ah Loy house. Today is relocated somewhere south. Not very far away lah. So this is literally the first Chinese temple in Kuala Lumpur.
Right.
So this part is about Yap Ah Loy, story of Yap Ah Loy. So we have a life of Yap Ah Loy here. His descendants, his
family tree lah.
Family tree lah. So today his descendants are still in Malaysia, Singapore, many places lah. He has many descendants. And a few years after, one serious fire burned out the whole Kuala Lumpur, and he rebuilt the whole town. Sze Si Ya is the protector of Kuala Lumpur in many sense. It's so important to Kuala Lumpur. So this is all the trustees from 1907 until today. So the trustee system is a lifetime system. So only that one pass away, that one can appoint.
Replace lah. Choy is the owner of Rex Cinema and also the
land on Times
land
His
on
house-
Times Square.
His
is
house
like-
used to be at Times Square
Times Square together.
and sell to Vincent Tan to become Times Square.
Wow.
Very wealthy man. He founded the Kong Yik Bank. Okay.
Kong Yi Bank is founded by him.
So today is RHB Bank basically.
So now it's the RHB Bank.
Yes. This is Chan Sow Lin.
Chan Sow Lin.
Who's that guy?
The first president of the board of trustees.
Going for gold. I'm out of the dark. I'm out of the cold. Here I come. You better watch out. You better beware. The rumor is out. Nothing can stop me. I'm going for gold. I'm out of the dark.
I'm continuing to show you some of the free places here in Kuala Lumpur. It is very early morning now. I am at Kiara Park. They rename it. Used to be called TDDI Park, but now they rename it Federal Park of Bukit Kiara. And it's a very lovely park here. This is where all our local people gathered in the morning to do our morning exercise. But I am more interested in showing you the Bukit Kiara Trail, which is just right there. The entrance is right there. It's absolutely free. It's very hidden from all the tourists, and only local like us would know this place. So I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna talk to you about the history and some of the overview of this Bukit Kiara hiking trail park, which is considered the last green lungs of the city of Kuala Lumpur. So here we go. Here's the entrance of the Bukit Kiara Park. And this is a very unpretentious entrance. They put up a new sign here now. Lots of rules now. Here we go. That's the trail, and we're gonna go through a little bit of this trail and get some exercise. It's pretty muddy. So this park is really brings back a lot of memories because during the pandemic, this is what I've been doing almost every day during the pandemic. We can't go anywhere, but luckily I live very near this park, which has about 20 hiking trails, and there are numerous ways to get into the Bukit Kiara Park, which I'll show you in this map. Basically, my recreation activities during the pandemic, I would come here and hike like around 4 p.m. and finishes about 6 p.m. This huge space of greens actually acquired by the government. In 1976, the government acquired it from a rubber estate firm, and they acquired it for more than 1,500 acres of land. But throughout the years subsequently, the land was sold off piece by piece to golf course, to do equestrian center, and now it's only left 200 acres. You cannot believe that you are in Kuala Lumpur. This is absolutely lush greenery. Trail, I tell you, is actually super easy. It takes about like an hour to climb up, but again, there's almost 20 different hiking trails. You can explore it within half a day, I think, all these trails. Pretty much very easy to climb up. Pick a date where it's relatively dry and not rainy. Yeah, there's plenty of people here. It's super safe. The hiking trails are sometimes like this, a bit challenging, but I think compared to the other challenging one, this is still pretty easy. And there you go, that's Bukit Kiara trail. The monkeys are climbing across. There they go. They're going to find food on the other side of the park. And there they go traveling towards the park. Oh, look at how they jump. So they're foraging and going to the other side. It's a lovely weather today. This is one of the free places that you should be doing, especially with all these delicious KL food that you've been consuming. It's very easy to get here. You can get here by Grab. As you can see, quite a very easy climb, easy trail to do. And as you can see, the trails are very well marked, but you need to stay within the trail. There's almost like 20 different trails that you can explore this hill. Do stay on the trail. That is very, very important. And if it rains, don't come. And if it rains the day before, you better prepare for a good hiking shoes, because things like this could happen. And so pick a very, very good weather day to come and hike at Bukit Kiara. It's really fabulous here. I highly, highly recommend it. So we are at our last and final stop. What an amazing finale location this is. I am right in front of the most iconic building in the world, the Petronas Twin Tower. When it was completed in 1998, had the title the tallest building in the world. At 88th floor, it was designed by Argentinian-born architect Sze Si Ya Temple. Tower 1 is completely occupied by the company Petronas, which is our Malaysian-owned national gas and oil company. Tower 2 is occupied by famous big corporations like Microsoft and Reuters. Tower is so famous that it has attracted so many unwanted attention in the past, including the infamous French Spider-Man Alain Robert. Monsieur Roberts in 2009, with his own bare hand, climbed the entire length of the tower in 2 hours. This was his third attempt after being stopped in 1997 and in 2007. Well, Monsieur Roberts, I am so glad you are okay, because that is the most insane thing that a human being has ever done. I bring you to this tower not to just look at the tower. Did you know that every night there's a free show in front of the Twin Tower? I bet you don't know that. Just sit back and relax, and I'll show you the free show that is just about to start. So boys and girls, that is the show that I wanted to bring you to. The free show, which is called the Symphony of Light at the Petronas Twin Tower. The first show starts at 8 p.m. and they repeat themselves every half an hour, I believe. It is an entire free show. Whole fountain of the lake in front of the Petronas Twin Tower is completely illuminated, and they play popular music and fun music to entertain everyone. So I hope you enjoy me bringing you around my city of Kuala Lumpur. What can I say about Kuala Lumpur? It's one of the most fabulous cities to live here in Asia. And I hope with this video you have now a few ideas of where to go and what to do from a local. If you like this video, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up. And don't forget, if you can, buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/Shakeology. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you in my next video. Goodbye from the Petronas Twin Tower here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Bye!